One per Iran just triggered the global economic reset. Oil, inflation, currencies. Nothing will stay the same. What happens next? The US, Trump, BTC, XRP, XLM, and ISO tokens. This was never just coincidence. Let's connect the dots. OTUS involvement and the Strait of Hormuz, the choke point of the world. After US involvement in war against Iran, the Iranian government has decided to close the Strait of Hormuz, where 25 to 30% of global oil passes through it. That's not just an energy crisis. That's a financial nuke. Global markets are tanking. Oil is spiking, inflation will follow. But that's only the surface. O3, what happens next in this war? Now that US and Israel claimed to have destroyed the Iranian nuke facilities, this is not the end. A few more days, weeks or months of bombings, and there will be a regime change in Iran with a pro-US government. For why the regime change? Trump wouldn't want the oil prices and inflation to shoot with the closure of Hormuz Strait. A regime change would enable access to cheap oil to US, dismantle of BRICS, anti-West dollar alliances, deterrence against China, and US dominance throughout the Middle East. 5. How do you prepare yourself? Energy prices shoot up, capital and crypto markets sink in fear. But once there is a regime change, cheap oil, US dominance over Middle East, and weakening of China and BRICS influence would benefit the long-term holders and dip buyers. This is not a drill. This is the controlled demolition of the old world. 6. How would a regime change in Iran affect crypto? It would open the gates for crypto adoption in Middle East. BTC might still be considered as a hedge against inflation. Ripple. As deep roots in the Middle East quietly shape the region's shift toward digital finance, one corridor, one central bank at a time, Stellarg, has steadily embedded itself across the Middle East, powering cross-border payments and quietly enabling the region's financial digitization behind the scenes. 7. The war isn't chaos, it's choreography. Inflation, oil shock, market bleed, all part of a controlled demolition of the old system. Out of this collapse will rise the new, programmable money, tokenized assets, and real-time settlement. This is part of the reset, and it's already begun. 8. China and Russia didn't just support Iran, they enabled its defiance. China bought Iranian oil in yuan, bypassing the petrodollar. Russia armed Iran's defense tech and nuclear infrastructure. All three nations traded via alternative systems to SWIFT. Iran was integrated into BRICS plus talks. They've run joint naval drills in the Strait of Hormuz. Russia used Iran as a proxy tech hub amid sanctions. China's belt and road runs through Iran. This wasn't just partnership, it was preparation for a global reset against US financial dominance. And now, with the Strait of Hormuz in play, the trigger may have been pulled. 9. Trump knew the script all along. He played the peacemaker, called for a deal, distanced himself from war. Then boom, the US joins the conflict. This isn't flip-flopping, it's theater. Controlled chaos to usher in the reset, and he's still center stage. 10. The script is unfolding faster than most can process. Geopolitics, market resets, and hidden agendas. I'll be breaking down the next steps and how we can possibly position ourselves before the chaos becomes the new norm.